Hi friends! I am out here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona with none other than my co-host here, Mr. Thor. So I will show you some amazing views as I'm hiking all weekend here, and I'm so excited. So Sedona is a beautiful spot. It's kind of like a little bit of a resorty city, but there's amazing hiking through here. I've hiked here multiple times, and there is supposed to be a vortex in the city, which is very, very cool. It just makes it a totally unique experience. So excited to share that with you today. So today I'm here to talk about being a female solo hiker. So it doesn't actually matter if you're a female or a male, I just happen to be a female. So I think I get a lot of questions. Who are you traveling with, or who are you hiking with whenever I'm hiking? And the answer typically is by myself. And I have no problem saying that. I don't think anyone should ever feel embarrassed by that. And honestly, I love hiking by myself. It just gives me such clarity. And I just have some time to myself to just think about life. And normally when I'm completely finished my hike, I just feel so much better, and you kind of just have this time to yourself to actually think about life, and kind of just think about maybe your goals moving forward, thinking about something, if something's working or not working in your life, any of those kind of things. And I think a lot of people get confused, like, wouldn't you be bored out there by yourself? And like, no. And not to mention, I normally meet some hikers as I go, and then I'll walk with them and chat with them for a bit and then continue on my way. So that's a little bit more about my female solo hiking experience, and I'll go more into detail further along in some additional videos for sure. But I'm just also going to talk about some of the safety precautions about being a female solo hiker, because I think that comes up, especially in some of the countries that I've hiked in, and I'm just here to share a few tips for you. So my first piece of advice would be, if you're completely starting out and you've done some hiking, don't just don't just move to a group. Maybe just hike with one friend. And if it's a friend you know really well, maybe you can just ask them, to be there, but you want to make sure you're able to navigate on your own and all of these kind of things. So you kind of just slowly go off of hiking with a group to hiking by yourself. I think when I was first hiking, I preferred to hike when there was a lot more crowds around me, just so that, if anything were to possibly happen, there's just people there. But I think just as I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it, I'm more comfortable with hiking in more remote-ish areas, but I still am very, very cautious of that. And one of the main times I'm cautious is just like, depending what country. If I'm in kind of a third world country and I really don't know kind of what's outside that national park or something like that I'm hiking in, I really like some people to be there. Worst case scenario is I'm Google translating and asking them a question, where's the closest bus stop or anything like that. But just when you're starting out, especially in North America, just kind of maybe try to find a little bit more populated trails. My next piece of advice is probably one of the biggest ones, and it's one of the easiest ones, is to always let someone know what trail you're going to be hiking. So even if it was a last minute decision, let someone know. If you switch where you're going to be hiking all of a sudden, let someone know. Just a quick text, whether that is someone you always text or just anyone. So if anything were ever to go wrong, just someone knows basically your exact location. I think that I do a pretty good job of reading people, but just as soon as you're kind of by yourself, you want to have your wits about you a little bit more, and just kind of read people out. One time I was on this hike, and I got to the summit, and it wasn't like a super small summit, but it wasn't just teeny. I'm just gonna show you guys how beautiful where I am right now. Okay, back to my tip. and it wasn't teeny, and I turned around and there was just kind of this guy there, which isn't a big deal, but he just kind of gave me like a creep. Like he didn't say hello, which is just kind of weird. Everyone's always so friendly when you're hiking. He didn't say hello, and then I think I might have said hello and he didn't say hi back. It was just kind of a weird situation. It might not have been a big deal. I might not have even noticed like he had headphones in or something like that, but just a little situation like that. So I ended up just waiting for him to go down before me, just so that he would start hiking, so that I just didn't have him behind me at all. It just made me uncomfortable, so I just took myself out of that situation. The final tip that I want to share with you today is just use common sense. And that might seem obvious, but when it comes down to it and someone will ask me about my solo hiking experiences, I always just say, you just have to be smart about it. You know, I might be more inclined to go off this trail if I was with someone or anything like that, but I'm just not. So I'm gonna maybe try to find places that have maybe Wi-Fi just in case. I'm just gonna, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be smart. Is this a smart move? Nope. Doesn't matter if it's gonna have this amazing summit or anything like that. I want to stay alive, so I try to be smart about that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure you like and subscribe below so you do not miss my next video where I will be hiking somewhere else in the world. Thanks for watching. Keep living life.